Okay, so welcome everybody to our first annual Facebook fundraising webinar. I wanted to thank everybody for joining us today. We're very excited to talk about all the amazing tools that you can use through Facebook fundraising, how to link your Facebook fundraiser, and a bunch of other stuff. And we're also going to be joined today by our guest speaker, Elizabeth Page. So, welcome. What is Facebook fundraising? So Facebook fundraising this year has been really exciting because this is one of the first years that we've been able to link the Facebook fundraiser to your participant portal. So it's almost the same thing as just raising money directly through your participant portal. You don't have to wait for the numbers to show up. They're directly linked and it's super exciting. We're also going to talk about what the numbers are looking like, how much money we've brought in through Facebook nationally. And importantly, we're also going to be discussing the power of social media and how we can really maximize this tool to connect with your acquaintances and friends and families to work on those donations and hit your fundraising goals. Elizabeth Page will be guiding us in how to connect your Facebook fundraiser with your participant portal. And she's also going to be talking to you about how to personalize your page and how to write your own personal story and some tips and tricks for that. So what is Facebook fundraising? You will be creating an individual fundraising page on your personal Facebook page, and it's linked directly to your participant portal. Donations, again, show up in real time, and it's a quick and easy process for donors. So that means that it's really user-friendly. You can share it with a bunch of people, and super important, the content is already created. So it's already set up for you, and it's really easy to get started. Now I'm going to pass the torch to Sydney, who's also on screen with me. Sydney, will you take it away?
Absolutely. All right, so we're going to talk about some hard stats here, my friends. The numbers really speak for themselves, but we're going to go ahead and read it off the page here really quickly. So for folks who fundraise through Facebook or social media like Instagram on their own without it being linked to their participant center, they're raising about $546,000, which is still a significant amount of money. But when you look at the difference between that and those who link their participant center to their Facebook page, it is $12 million. We did some quick math the other day with some general numbers. I think that's 24 times the amount just by linking it to your participant center on social media. So quite an impact that you're making there. And it just really, I think, speaks to the ease of this new kind of program, if you will, this new tool that we've got for you guys. We've increased revenue by $3 million since 2018 by having this tool and resource for you. And as of May in 2019, this year, just a couple months ago, we have raised $10 million total. So it's pretty incredible. Like I said, the numbers speak for themselves truly. So to kind of understand the difference a little bit about linked versus unlinked, since we just talked about that a moment ago, the linked Facebook fundraisers, it's really best for those who are participating in our events like Walk MS, Muckfest MS, Bike MS, etc. And the donations sync directly to your fundraising center. So a little bit of a difference for those who don't have their pages linked. It's basically for non-event participants or volunteers, and those tools can be used for birthday or personal fundraisers, donate buttons, live videos, Instagram stories, those kinds of things is what you'll kind of be working with. At this point, I think everyone's kind of seen someone say, hey, it's my birthday month, birth week, birthday, donate to this cause for me, and it looks exactly like that, super simple for the user side. So that's kind of what it looks like for the non-linked Facebook fundraisers, and it's just a really easy way for folks who aren't participating in an event to fundraise. But of course, since they're not linked to an event, it won't go directly to their fundraising center. And then the power of social media. Whether we like it or not, it is part of our everyday lives. Nearly everywhere we look, there are these little buttons to connect with, a business or a person or, fundraisers on these social media platforms. So a little bit about the importance of social media. Think about how prevalent it is in your day-to-day. People typically spend 1 to 3 hours on social media every single day. And by, linking to social media with your fundraising, it's bringing a whole lot more visibility to your fundraising. It's really broadening your reach. It's sending notification reminders to your friends that you've invited to the fundraiser. So if they've seen it and they weren't ready to donate then, it'll remind them later on, like, hey, this fundraiser is still here. You've got this many days to do it. It'll highlight your fundraiser in the news feed. It'll show your friends. It'll kind of pop up and, give them a little reminder that way as well. And it also includes people that you may not necessarily think to ask. We talk about this a lot, is knowing your networks, thinking about the places that you're a patron of, a customer at, people you work with, your friends, your family to reach out to. And so most people you might not think of off the top of your head, but they're on your Facebook. And so they're getting pinged with these reminders and they're seeing this visibility in their timeline. So that can help you bring in a little bit more money from folks that you're not necessarily thinking of.
Awesome. Thank you so much for taking that on, Sydney.
Yeah.
Sharon. So now we are going to be moving on to our guest speaker, Elizabeth Page. And I wanted to take a second to introduce her and all the amazing ways that she contributes to the National MS Society. So first and foremost, she is a national board member, which is a tremendous achievement, and it's a huge recognition of her efforts and how she supports us. She is also the team captain of Missing Spokes, which is a fantastic team that participates in Bike MS Historic New Bern. She began writing back in 1998, and last year she was ranked number 2 in fundraising for New Bern. So she raised over $20,000. Now, Elizabeth, I know you're on with us. I want to give the mic to you and let you talk a little bit about yourself and Facebook fundraising today.
Okay, I got myself unmuted. Can you see me?
We cannot yet.
Okay, one more time. Well, I've turned on the camera.
Okay.
Oh, there we go. I think I got it.
There you are.
There we are. Excellent. Hi, everybody. Really great to be with you today. And first, let me just say thank you so much for being a cyclist in Bike MS New Bern. And thank you so much for all the fundraising you're doing. I was diagnosed with MS back in the 1990s. So this means this is personal for me. And your efforts just touch my heart. And thank you very much for everything you're doing. So I am going to ask Cole to share my screen with you, and we're just going to get into this right now.
Absolutely. Okay. You should be able to share your screen now.
Okay. Let me know when you see it.
We do.
Excellent. All right. So let's go to here. So this is my husband's participant portal. The reason I'm using his is he has not set up his Facebook fundraiser yet, and mine has already been set up. So I thought this would be great for you to see exactly how we go about doing it. He's very happy I'm doing this for him today. So before we get started, I did want to show you where one resource and tool is that'll be very helpful to you. If you go here to the fundraising tab and click down, then go to fundraising tips and tools, click on that, and then scroll down to number 4. Here you'll find a link to the Fundraising Center Guide. This is a terrific tool for you. This gives you it's a PDF. It gives you all the instructions on how to set up a Facebook fundraiser, plus a lot of other tools that will help you in your fundraising. I just wanted to point that out so you can either download it to your computer so you have easy access to it, or you know where it is now on your participant portal and you can access it anytime you need. So wanted to let you know that's there. One other tip I wanted to give you is if you scroll all the way down, let's see, actually, let's go to frequently asked questions underneath the same tab. If you scroll down to the bottom, you will find right here, it says, here's your fundraising support telephone number and email. Anytime you have a question or something that you need help with on your participant portal or with your fundraising, feel free to call this number or email these folks. This is the team at the MS Society who has all the expertise on the participant portal, fundraising, and they can answer your questions and help you many times in real time. They can solve your problem right away. So those are two things I really wanted you to know where to find them to help you along the way. So let's get started. Before you set up your Facebook fundraiser, it would be helpful for you to find a really great picture of yourself so you can personalize your fundraiser. A photo of you riding your bike works well. Maybe it's a picture of you with the person you're riding for who has MS, or it's a picture with one of your teammates high-fiving, something really positive that shows a lot of energy, kind of like the picture here you see on Dan's portal. This is the default picture that the MS Society has put there. So now we're going to start. First thing you do here is click on My Bike MS Fundraising. And this menu will pop up on the right-hand side. And then you want to click on Dashboard. So Dashboard is opening up. Here's Dan's dashboard. And then look at this box right here. It says what to do next. And when you open yours up, it may say personalize your fundraising page right there. But click on See More Tips. And you can just click on that and go through the options. And when you get to this one, which says raise money directly on Facebook, click on that. Now we've come to the toolkit. It's already you're already on the social link. And here it says connect with Facebook. Connect your Facebook fundraiser. Click on that. And I'm going to continue as Dan.
Okay, really quick, while she logs in, I'm going to switch the screen, and then we're going to pop it right back on her.
Right, thank you. Let me know when the screen is out of view.
I believe it is.
Okay, super. Okay, I think I am logged in. Sorry about that, everybody. Have to be careful with security here.
Okay, you should be able to share your screen again whenever you're ready.
Okay. Let me do that. Perfect. Okay. You should be able to see it now.
We do. Thank you for that.
Oh, perfect. Okay, so here we are. We're back at our fundraiser, and it says view your fundraiser on Facebook. So click in, and here we go. This is Dan's Facebook fundraiser. This is the default photo that you'll see when you set it up, and we're going to go ahead and personalize this for Dan. So we'll start by changing the photograph here. I'm going to click on this pencil right here. And then I'm going to click on the camera, and I'm going to upload a new photo. Let's see, Facebook. And this is the photo I'm going to use for Dan. So now that's uploading. And there he is. So we're going to reposition him a little bit. There he is. He's waving to everybody, and it looks great. Now we're going to personalize his story right here. The MS Society has included some copy already for you. What you're seeing here is copy that Dan put in last year when he did his Facebook fundraiser. We have new copy for him this year, so I'm going to just go over here to, here's where we already drafted some copy for Dan. This is his story. So I'm going to copy this and pop that right in here. So I'm going to delete that and add, here it is. So here's Dan's copy. We're going to leave his goal amount, $1,000. That's usually what he likes to raise every year. And we're going to put in an end date of, I believe, roughly 60 days after our Bike MS event in New Bern will be the end date for fundraising for this year. So I'm going to just put in November 8th.
Yeah, and Sydney, did you want to add what the Tanglewood end date for fundraising is?
Yes. So similarly, it's 60 days afterwards. So it's going to be November 28th.
Okay, so that's awesome. And I just wanted to say shout out to everybody who's on the webinar today from Tanglewood. I apologize. I wasn't clicked in as far as how we were doing this. So this is awesome. I'm so excited that everybody's here. So now we are going to click Save. And this will update Dan's fundraiser. So now it has a picture of him, and it has his story right here. And now I'm going to take you to his feed, so his profile on Facebook, so you can see what it looks like. And you just clicking on his profile here. Now we're on his page, and you can see the fundraiser shows up just like a post. And I wanted to point out a few things here. You can see how much of his story is visible. I highly recommend that when you draft your copy for your story, you make sure that this question, will you help me end MS by making a donation today, shows. You don't want that to be buried below the see more cutoff, because you want people to know exactly what you're asking them for today. You're asking them for a donation to help end MS. So a few tips on your story. Keep it clear and concise. State the problem. Show your connection to the disease. The more personal you make it, the more likely people are to engage with a donation. And make sure you tell donors how they can solve the problem. Make the story about them. Use words like you and yours, not we and us. Make them part of the solution. That's really powerful. You are free to copy and edit, make changes to any of this text that I put together. I don't care how many people use it, if it's helpful to you. Cole, we have some other sample language that we can share with people, I think.
Yes, definitely. So there's some stuff on the website to kind of personalize your story. And like Elizabeth said, you can use the template that the MS Society has already provided you. And then if you build on that along with the tips that Elizabeth has provided today, you will be bound to have an awesome story up online for people to see.
Okay. And so now your fundraiser is out there and it's going, and you might want to track. You will probably want to track your donations as they come in. So what I'm going to do here is I'm going to change screens to my Facebook fundraiser because mine's already underway, and you can see what it looks like once you start receiving donations. So this is my fundraiser. And I'm going to go back to my profile page so you can see what it would look like. There's my sister's fundraiser. Okay, so here's my fundraiser. Anytime you see this, you can just click on the photo, and that will open up your fundraiser so you can see all the support tools that are associated with it. So at the top here, you see the picture. You can see over here how many people have donated to you. You can click on that button, and you'll see a list of all your friends who have donated. And I'll just tell you, one of the powerful things about Facebook is you're probably going to get donations from a few people that you don't even know. Some of my friends who have a connection to MS especially have shared my link on their Facebook page. So some of their friends have donated to me, and I've never met these people before. So it's pretty exciting. Another thing to note is only you and the MS Society see the amount that somebody donates through a Facebook fundraiser. When their donation shows up in their profile feed or on your website, the amount is not visible to the public. So that's a good thing to know. You will be able to see it, and if you go to your participant portal on the MS platform, on the Bike MS platform, you'll see the amount there, but the amount they donate won't be publicized to the general public. All right. The other thing I wanted to make sure everybody understood is that Facebook does not charge a fee for the donations that are made on their platform. The full amount of the donation goes to the MS Society, and the MS Society processes that donation exactly the same way they would if the donation was made directly to them on the Bike MS participant portal. So you don't need to worry about additional funds being directed away from our mission because the donation was made on Facebook. So what else do you see on the fundraiser page? If you scroll down below the picture, here you'll see the story. People will have an option here to click on a specific amount that they want to donate, or they can just click on the donate button and put in any amount they want. Next, you'll see some information about the National MS Society. And here are some recent posts by the Society. And then down here is where you'll see comments from your supporters, feedback, thumbs up, likes, and loves for what you're doing. You can see that people are sharing your Facebook fundraiser. So this is where you see what activity is going on. Down here at the bottom, under activity, you'll see each of the individual donations, what the amounts. Again, that's only visible to you. And then up here at the top, here's a really powerful tool, invite friends. So you want to invite your friends to, specific friends to your fundraiser. I suggest clicking on this right here where it says see more. That will show more of your friends. And then if you click on choose from your friends, that will open up a window with all your friends. Then you can just scroll down and look for people to invite to your fundraiser. You can pick one out, you can click on invite, and it will go immediately. I'm going to not invite anybody to Dan's fundraiser today. I'm going to let him do that tonight, but that shows you where you can do that. Also, if you scroll down a little bit further, you will find a link to the fundraiser. If you are sending out an email to friends at work or some of your family, you could include that link, and that would bring them directly to your Facebook fundraiser. Another tip is you can also go to your participant portal, and there's a link there that you could give them. So you can direct people to give to you on your Facebook fundraiser or through your participant portal. And if you scroll down a little bit further, this box is really handy. This is where you can this keeps track of everybody who's donated to you, and you can click on say thanks and send them a direct message thanking them for their donation. So now your Facebook fundraiser is up and running. You know how to track the activity that's going on, and we still have the rest of July, August, and into September and October to do fundraising. So we want to keep the momentum going. And here are some ways that you can keep momentum going. You can continue to invite friends. I strongly recommend that anytime somebody makes a donation to you, like their donation or love it, and also send them a message saying thank you. All of that helps keep your fundraiser active on the Facebook algorithm. And one other thing to know is that Facebook does not collect snail mail addresses. So if you want to send somebody a thank you by U.S. mail, you'll have to ask them for their address in a private message, or in all likelihood, since they're your friends, you may already have their address. But if it's somebody you don't know, then I just encourage you to gush on them through Facebook so that they know how much you appreciate their donation. Another thing I wanted to show you at the bottom of the page is this section here where it says frequently asked questions. This gives you the details about how donations on Facebook work, and so it's a good place to go to if you get any questions from some of your first-time donors. Other ways to keep the momentum going, whenever you reach a goal, don't let it sit there. If you've gone over your goal, up your goal. People love to be the donor that put you over your goal. I had a teammate one year who increased her goal 5 times. So she had 5 friends who thought they were the person who got her to the finish line. So that's really great. Like any post on Facebook, there's sort of a natural life for it. It'll circulate. People will be commenting on it. They'll be sharing it with others. And then those interactions will die off a little bit. When you see that happen, that's your signal to update your fundraiser. And I think there is a window here. Yeah, share update. So you can reintroduce your fundraiser to your news feed by going here and posting a new comment, changing your profile picture, and all of that you'll see new donations start coming in. Another friend of mine who does Walk MS, whenever she sees her fundraiser kind of taking a little lull or slowing down, she will post shout outs to the people who've already donated to her. So she'll say, thank you to all my friends from high school, and she'll just link to their names. And she said every time she does it, that brings in new donations. So I have one last pro tip for you on how to keep the momentum going. The last 2 years, when I've been in New Bern, the night before the ride and the day of, I have posted to Facebook that the ride's getting ready to start, that today is the day that I'm riding to end MS. And there's always a bunch of people who give to me on the day of the event, and then I update it while I'm riding. I'll say, well, we're at the lunch stop. It's a hot day, but we're going to make it. And people tell me they love to follow along with us over the weekend to see if we made our goal for how much money we wanted to raise and how many miles we wanted to ride. So I encourage you to do that, and I wish you all the luck with your fundraising. Let's see, I'm going to stop sharing my screen right now and go back to, let's see, can you see me now?
Yes, we
Yep,
can.
we can.
You can see me?
Yes, we can see you. Can you see the screen?
Okay, awesome. Okay, so I'm just going to ask you to do one favor. Anytime you can send us feedback about if this was helpful, ways we can make it better. It's the first time we've done it. I know we can make it better. Just give us all your input. And if you would like to get in touch with me, you can contact me through Facebook. My Facebook alias is www.facebook.com/elizabeth.g.page. I'm probably friends with a bunch of you, and would love to be friends with all of you. You can get in touch with me through that. Invite me to your fundraiser. I won't be able to make a donation to everybody. That would be a little bit hard. But if you invite me to your fundraiser, I can see all the creativity that you're doing, and we can share it with others. So good luck, everybody. Check out the Fundraising Center guide. There's more in it than just Facebook Fundraiser. It'll tell you about the mobile app. It'll tell you about the fundraising badge that you can add to your emails, and lots more. So I'm going to turn it back to Sydney and Cole.
Well, thank you so much, Elizabeth, for that incredible presentation. That was so helpful, showing us step by step all the different tools that we can utilize when maximizing our Facebook fundraiser. So thank you so much for joining us today. And I'm going to pass it on to Sydney to finish us up.
Certainly. So we can wrap this up and put a bow on it. We just wrapped everything up. So we're going to recap really quickly kind of what we talked about. So what is Facebook fundraising? We talked about generally what it is as a tool. We went over what's written in the numbers with these hard statistics on the success rate of Bike MS Facebook fundraising, how much money we've raised in the past year or so, and even since May. We also talked about the power of social media. It's in our everyday lives, how connected we are with it, and how it helps us broaden our reach when we connect our fundraisers to it. And then Miss Elizabeth was so kind to show us how to connect to it, how to personalize it, and really just how to work the tool all the way around from, you know, creating the fundraiser, posting, getting donations, and thanking folks for that. So thank you guys so much for joining. As it mentions here at the bottom, you can email any of your questions over to Cole at katherineeddings@nmss.org. And we are actually going to go ahead and take some of your questions, I think, here just in a second. We're going to unmute you guys. So if you have some questions. I do see that we had one come through in our chat box from Grayson. On the fundraising page, do you just invite all of your friends, or how should you draw attention to it? That's a great question, Grayson. You're welcome to kind of cherry pick who you want to invite. Like Elizabeth was saying, you can pull up that box of all of your friends and either invite all of them or just some of them. Not everyone is comfortable asking for money from everyone that they know, so I think that that is really just kind of on a person-to-person basis. But of course, the more people you invite, the more people will see it and the more donations you'll get. And even, you know, some folks who you don't expect, like Elizabeth said, friends of friends might donate to you as well. I hope that answers your question, but just let us know if it doesn't.
And everybody is unmuted.
Yeah.
Hi there, was someone coming up for a question? Any questions? Anybody curious about the process at all?
Well, I had a question. I'm
Great.
Rick Cannon in Greenville. I've been trying to use the pre-printed thank you notes, and I can't seem to figure out how to do that. I mean, how's the, you know, they say, okay, send this message to your people who have donated, but then I get in there and I get all lost in how is it, how do you get your message in there versus the message already there, or I just don't understand how to do that. You understand what I'm talking about? I mean, there's a pre-printed message when you click on the thank your donors. I know that's pretty simple.
Yeah, and are you speaking from your participant center or from the Facebook fundraiser? Because there was a thank you section there as well.
Participant center, I think.
Okay, I believe there should be an option for you to kind of create your own message. I can actually log into mine quickly if that might be helpful to demonstrate on the screen, if you want to bear with us for just a second.
Good. Yeah, I just want to make sure it's getting across to people. You know, I'm not sure it's the same thing that I'm saying is getting out there, you know, because I have no way of checking it.
Absolutely. If you don't mind holding for just a moment, I'm going to go ahead and log into mine. If someone else has a question in the meantime, we'll follow back up with this one in just a second.
Any other questions?
That may be too simple a question for, because everybody knows how to do that, I'm sure.
No, not at all. Thank you. Oh, go ahead. Sorry.
All right, Cole, if you don't mind, I'm going to steal your presenting spotlight here.
Okay, let me pass that to you.
All right. Can everyone let me know when you can see my screen?
We can see it.
Awesome. So this is my BikeMS fundraising page. So as Elizabeth said, when you log in, go to BikeMS fundraising, and then on the pop-out tab, you'll go to dashboard. So you'll scroll down here to the bottom. That's where the toolkit is, where she connected to her Facebook fundraiser, and you'll go to email friends and family.
Okay. All right.
And then here's the thank your donors section. So you'll click on that. So it is already created for you for thank you for donating. You can pick which one you want here. And I think if you're able to edit this content down here.
Okay.
So if I want to say like, hey there, wow, I can't thank you enough. You should be able to kind of like tweak it yourself within this text box.
So
if you don't like the sentence,
they gave you. Okay, you edit the content.
Yeah, and if for some reason there's an email that you're going to send that's not one of these topics that we've already got with recruiting, solicitation, or a thank you, you can click on blank message and completely come up with your subject line and your text all on your own.
What does it mean by personalize? Is that what it means by personalize it, that you go in and retype it yourself? Is that what you're saying, or is there something else that you do to personalize it? In other words, how do you send it like directly to the person, or say, you know, hi Jim or hi Bill, or whatever? Is there a place to put that in there? You put that in that same message spot, right?
Yeah, you would have to just edit that by yourself. So let's go back to that thank you sample really quickly. So yeah, if you were just sending an email to a specific person and you wanted them, you know, to really feel connected to you and it was one of your good buddies, you could say, like you said, hey Jim, wow, thank you so much, I can't believe it. And then like if you want to put like a personal note about like your friendship in there so it seems a little bit warmer, you're welcome to do that. I don't believe that there's a blanket way to add in names automatically for you from your fundraisers, but you can at least do this.
Right. Well, that helps a lot, because it kept saying, well, you know, personalize it, and I wasn't sure exactly what they meant by that. Now I know a lot more about it.
Yeah, absolutely. That was a great question.
Thank you very much. I'm going to see if I can go back and thank these people a little better, maybe.
Sounds good. If you need anything else, feel free to reach out to myself or Cole. Thanks for joining today.
That'll be fine. Thank you very much. Y'all have a good day.
You too. Do we have any other questions from anyone that's joining us today? None? You guys are experts now? Wow, Elizabeth, you did a great job.
Oh, I don't know, but if any questions come up, any of us can help.
Absolutely. And you're welcome to type them in the chat box as well if you don't want to ask aloud.
And lastly, we will be posting a recording of this to the website shortly after this, to both the Newbern and the Tanglewood website. But if you want the link immediately, we're uploading the recording of this to YouTube right afterwards.
Okay, sounds good. Thank you. Goodbye.
All right, I think we'll give it another minute for questions. All right.
Okay. Well, thank you guys so much for joining us today. We are so grateful for your fantastic questions and for learning more about how to use the Facebook fundraiser. So thank you guys.
Thanks, everybody. Thanks again to Elizabeth for joining us today, too.
You're welcome. This is great, everybody.
All right.
You guys have a good rest of your day. Bye.
Bye.